What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Some more Bloomburrow. I have enjoyed best of 3 much more than best of 1. I have best of 1 at like a 2 out of 10 format. Best of 3, it's closer to a 4. Still below average, but at least I've come around to it a little bit. This is just not my type of format, though. One that early creature aggression is king. 2-color decks are the norm. You can't really cook, so to speak, right? You're kind of pushed into a specific archetype. Anyways, we've opened Alania Divergent Storm. Otters are by far the worst strategy in this format. But that being said, we are here to entertain and to have some fun. I will first pick it. If this was like a high-level draft, I'm looking at Shrike Force, I'm looking at Polywallop, I'm looking at maybe the Boxer. I will say this, though. Well, no, there's really not too much to be said about Otters. If you have Ral, maybe that's a good reason to force it, but Alania is... even Alania is not very, very good. Anyway, what do we have for our pick number 2? A lot of good choices here. Long River Lurker is one of the best frogs. This card just puts in so much work. Love that one. Ambusher, fantastic black uncommon, so is Feed the Cycle. I have a couple of red burn spells here. Take out the trash, Agate Assault. Another Polywallop, Banishing Light, Floodmot. Yeah, this is just a really good pack. To stay open, I should probably take the Long River Lurker, as that is probably... I think it might even be better than Feed the Cycle in this format. And I can still... This is one of those cards that it's generally okay to play no matter what blue deck you're playing, whereas a lot of other cards you only want in specific archetypes. So I'm going to take the Long River Lurker. Okay, another Polywallop, a Splash Portal, no good red, and no good blue for the red-blue. You should always, always, always draft the open strategy, whether that be lizards, mice, frogs, whatever. I've said it now time and time again. The only one that you shouldn't draft if it's open is otters. Polywallop, maybe try to wheel the Splash Portal, although I would not expect the Splash Portal to come back around. Okay, well, I mean, Rabid Gnaw pick 4 is kind of great. Geez, actually a lot of good cards here. Host, Gnaw, another light, Sentinel, Bell is fine. I could see the Host being a better card than the Gnaw, but given what we have, let's take that. Okay, no red or blue that I want individually. The best card here is easily the Paw Patch formation. Now, it is at its best in Squirrels, because you also get the value of the food synergies, but this is just a nice versatile card, so I'm always happy to play this if I'm playing green. Yeah, Wix Patrol, that is easy best card here. That being said, Agate Assault and Tree Guard Duo are both nice. This is probably the fork in the road. Am I taking the red spell here, or am I taking the green spell? God, otters are so bad. All right, let's lean into otters unless we get some other reason. Man, now this is a really... There is another Agate Assault here, but... Shoot. I don't like Helga. It is a frog, but you have to be playing white with it, and it's not even that good as you need a bunch of creatures that cost 4 or more. Another Assault, a Druid, a Bell, even if we wanted to. It's a pretty late Cultivator, too, actually. Kind of wish I had taken the Wix Harvest, or not Harvest, Wix Patrol. Spiral's okay. Might of the Meek is okay. Harvest is okay. That's a sign, I think. 8th pick Cultivator. Kingfisher came back around. Meek came back around. This might look like a messy start, but I think this is the correct route to go things. Very often, I just stay open until pack 2 at some point, and then we fully lock in. You're going to end up with enough playables. Like, Magic formats these days in draft, basically everything is playable. So I'm not concerned about getting enough playables. I want to find the correct lane. Another Assault versus Floodmaw. I haven't been fond of Assault. Actually, we could take the Share Pot too and stay open to the food deck, of course. Haven't been impressed by Recruiter. That's more specifically for the red-black decks. All right. Salvation Swan is our open here for pack 2. Not going to be taking that. We have a Coruscation Mage if we want. That's a nice otter. Talent is fantastic as well if we end up in red. Eddie Merc Crab is good for the spells deck. There's an Angler here, which is fine. Another Cultivator. Brawl. So solid pack. Okay, I'll take the Mage. I'll try to lean into the otters. Otterball Antics versus the Mind Whisker. I think generally Whisker's better, and Otterball Antics tends to wheel. It's crazy how bad this card is. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a token that's a copy of it. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. So you need to cast a lot of instants and sorceries in one turn for that to actually do anything. I'd rather just take a boar here, even if it has no synergy. Take the 2-mana burn spell over duo there. Raccoon Rallier. Ooh, man, some really good squirrel cards going around. Well, I've made this bed though, so let's sleep in it. Otter count is not particularly high, but our instant and sorcery count is fine for Alania. I'm not sure what it is that makes otters so bad. I guess it's the overlap that you have to fight for. This is a really bad pack, my god. Wow, this is an extremely bad pack. Am I just taking the Harvester? I guess. Sheesh. Here's the plan. Open a Ral. Or get past a Ral. Oh my gosh. Warlock is literally one of the best cards in the format. Oh, I've clearly made a mistake. Jeez, 8th pick Mentor too. Can I salvage this by actually pivoting very late pack into red-black? I might be able to salvage this by going like this. That's funny. I'll be a little bit light on playables going into pack 3. No, but this is actually going to work out. There might even be... Man, there was that other Mentor that I passed too that we could have taken. Oh, this is hilarious. This will be, if nothing else, this will be a really good showcase of staying open and then getting rewarded. Yeah, all those cards are playables here. Another thought. Nice. Okay. Our deck is actually pretty good. If I had another Mentor, like if had I taken that other Fireglass, I think our deck would legit be kind of nuts. That's funny, funny, funny. Haven't actually drafted the Lizard deck all that much, or rather the red-black deck all that much. So I'm kind of excited for this, and given how pack 2 went, I would expect to see a lot of goodies come around late if they're opened. Playables here for sure. 2-1 flying that can't block isn't actually that bad by itself in a deck like this. So I'm probably better off taking like Scribe or something for now. Because we do have some decent targeted effects, and as it's a mouse, it gets better with the Might of the Meek. Yep, or 2 drops better when I have 2 Warlocks. Woo! Season of Weaving. But very happy we have another Mentor here. If the Mentor wasn't in this pack, I would take the Season of Weaving, and I'd be like, okay, maybe I still can play a little bit of blue. Wow, 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 wow. Here come all of the otters. That's crazy. Season of Weaving into Valley Flood colors, kind of sick. I don't think it would have actually been all that good in our deck, though, so not upset. How good is this as a harnesser for card value? I think we actually have a ton, right? Yeah, half of our deck right now is non-creature spells, so even though this is an otter card, we can still get a ton of value off of it. Slinger's good at pushing damage. The Brambleguard Captain is at its best in Red-White Valiant, of course, but with a bunch of menace creatures, it's not that bad. Nice, another mage is good. Oh, actually, Raccoon Rallier, I don't need a 3rd Agate Assault. I actually wonder if the early winter could be right. Scales of Shale is also a really good combat trick, but I guess we just want another creature. It's a nice froggy pack. Yeah, frogs opened up in pack 3. Probably just need to take a potentially playable card here in the form of this Share Pot. Okay, we are going to get one of those recruiters after all. I could have had 2 of those, right? Yeah, we could have had like 3 of the Fireglass Mentors, 2 of the recruiters, infinite Agate Assaults. I'm debating if, again, we want to take a... Oh man, I might even want to take the Rock Face and play it as a spell. I guess the triple Agate's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 6 2-drops right now. Okay. Intimidator Wield, great. No, this is a really solid red-black deck, I think. I don't have any true bombs, but I have some really nice ones. Double Mentor, double Warlock is pretty crazy. Valley Rally, maybe? Again, that's better in red-white, but not terrible here. I like it. So at the end of the day, I think we could have been in multiple decks, and it would have been fine, as long as we avoided white. I think this red-black deck actually ended up pretty good, and it could have been better had I jumped in earlier. We could have been in blue-green. We could have been in red-blue. But no, this is not bad. Yeah, nice creature curve there. These mages can cost 4 if we want to, although if we don't have another play on turn 2, we will absolutely just run them out. Yeah, looks good. Again, the double Warlock, double Fireglass Mentor is gonna probably be the dream scenario here. Actually, I guess we could probably run Fountain Port Bell instead of one of our lands. And that does trigger the mages. Does that do anything else for our deck? I guess it's also a potential expend value card. It triggers the Harnesser of Storms. Okay, no. We can run the Bell over a land, too. Yeah, as much as I want to go heavier on red, I think we need to go 8/8 here. We have the double Fireglass on turn 2, potentially. Nah, I better go 9/7. Would have loved to go 8/7 with Uncharted Haven, but yeah, no, not bad. Let's submit this. Take it for a spin here in this best of 3 queue. Okay, let's go off to our first match here with our red-black lizard-ish deck. Four lander, drawing another land immediately. Oh, we're playing against blue-red. Oh, Shoreline Looter is very good, but... Wow, we are already flooding out with 6 lands versus 3 spells. Ugh. Not a great showing. We're gonna want to get rid of the looter ASAP here. Oh, it looks like they're looking for land, especially if they sack the port right now. Okay, that's a good sign at least. Yeah, we're gonna definitely go ahead and just assault the looter. Oh, that actually changes things a little bit now, as I think it's probably better to go for the stalker right now instead of going for the kill. Probably one of our better draws. Remember, we do have 2 of the lizards, the warlocks. Oh, good. And actually, that was a huge payoff because they had a shore up too. So let's see. Mentor, duo. Have some card draw. Yeah, we got to take the shore up then. Their deck doesn't look bad. For all the talk of me saying the otters are the worst, well, to be fair, they also have a lot of non-otter cards. Do they have land number 4 is the big question. Do, and that's going to lead to their duo, which lets them surveil. That's also a really good draw, huh? Give them a treasure to do that? We probably don't want to do that. Not when they have Pearl of Wisdom, right? Well, I guess they also have the Mentor. That is 3 damage. I mean, I could also just let them loot again, too, but... You know what? I'm in for this. Let's go ahead and shoot him for 3 and give him a treasure. So Pearl of Wisdom's actually going to only cost a single blue if they lead on the Stormcatch first. I don't know. You know what? Maybe this was a bad play. It was a lot better mana efficiency-wise to Agate Assault the duo attack for 4, and then set up for the Blast plus Cutthroat next turn, so maybe this was wrong, huh? Jeez. Well, that's pretty bad for us. Okay. Oh, well, they missed some damage there, I guess. Might of the Meek. Alright. They can pay 4 to return an instant or sorcery to their hand. Kind of just have to keep attacking here. I mean, can I get greedy and go for Cindering Cutthroat? Is that my best play? I feel like I probably have to kill the duo. Double prowess, though. I mean, they can pop off this turn. I'm gonna deserve to lose after saying that the otters are the worst possible, huh? It looks like they're gonna activate the talent. Imagine they're just gonna grab yet one of their divinations back. Oh man, another mentor. Okay, so they're gonna set up for a kill next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and just cycle off the Might of the Meat because I don't have that many mice in the deck. Let's see if we can find something. There is a mouse. I mean, I guess I just hit him for 4 and double spell here, right? So Singleton removal spell won't kill us, but it is not going to be very hard for them to go off here if they have a little bit more interaction. Okay. They are going off. Now any non-creature spell wins it. Damn. Yeah, their draw was great. I think I messed up that one turn that I decided to not just let him hit me with the looter one more time. Alright, well, if we lose round 1 to the Otters, that'll be pretty funny, but looks like they do have a pretty good Otter deck. Multiple Mentors, a couple of the Divinations, the relevant enchantments. Ah, man, we need a 2-drop badly here. How many 2-drops do I have in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I need to mulligan this and have a 2-drop. Yeah. I mean, if they have a way to kill my mentor, that's gonna suck, but... Okay, no plays is great. Rallier or Talent? Both are pretty good. I think we're gonna take the Talent, and then I can play the Mage as well. And this is gonna apply a lot of pressure, given that my hand is 3 removal spells now. Right, I can beat a 1/4. Attack first, because we might hit a land off of the Fire Glass. Indeed we do. Beautiful. Hopefully they just play their 3/4 out. Excellent. Yeah, we're smashing face. Really happy we mulliganed. Damn. Alright. Nice, a second mentor hit. Perfect. Okay. Sure. It's not gonna save them. Let's see. So let's level up the talent, and that's gonna auto-equip. We just ship in the team here, I think. I assume they have a shore up or whatever. All right, pass priority. So let's wipe both of their mentors and only lose one of mine. Sure. Steal my fish, or my creature. That will do, or we go with the scribe. Level up. It's going to give it haste. And it's a mouse, so I can pump up the mentor into a repower. GG's. Let's go. Our draw was really good that game. In fact, their draw was incredible too. It's just we were on the play and we were able to put a lot of pressure. Yeah, they look like they have a good otter deck. Hopefully, again, I don't have to eat my words here, but that was a nice game for us. That was a nice game for them in game 1. Let's go to game 3 for all the marbles. We will be on the draw, though, which is quite poor. Especially knowing that they have double shore up in their deck. That's a good hand. A little bit land heavy, but we're going to want a Blooming Blast immediately if they tap out for something on turn 2, you know? Either of their mentor or their, like, looter or whatever. Let's see, we have Blooming Blast. What other removal do we have? We have the 2 Agate Assaults. Is it 3 Agate Assaults, actually? Is it? This is our deck list have. Oh, they mulligan to 5. That's kind of brutal. Rabid Gnaw. That's a nice one because it's instant. We have Hand Disruption as well. Okay, they're going to sack right now. Oh, they might be looking for like a tap land. As nice as it would be to get the offspring on this thing, I think we just run this out as is. Nice. This is a Lizard Otter, is that right? Yeah, Lizard Otter. do they have a... Ooh, they have the Storm Chief, man. Alright, I mean, they've basically undid their mulligan. I'm worried about them having Kidnap again, but there's nothing I can do about that. Would love seeing them just return spell this turn with talent. I will say this, though. We have one Coruscation Mage. I'm going to Offspring it with War Squeak next turn. This is a ton of... Yeah, okay. So this might be over pretty quickly now. First, the Teapot Slinger is going to shoot them for 2. Then we War Squeak, ping them for 3 more. Yep. Our draw those last 2 games was pretty insane. I gotta give them credit, though. They had a really good-looking Otter deck. Like, if you're gonna draft Otters, that deck right there was a good showcase of how you do it. Now, they still lost, but I think that was maybe more of us getting lucky and them getting unlucky, because they had some... We had some very good draws, and they had some awkward draws, so... Good beats. We'll take it, though. We will go on to the next game. Okay, decent opener. We hold the Bell turn 1, probably. Yeah. Turn 1 Heartfire Hero is really gross, though, so we have to be assuming they're red-white. I don't get to... Oh. Maybe not. I don't get to interact with it until turn 3, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Unlikely they're going to be able to get it to a 4 toughness at that point. Scales of Shale or something? Or are they just going to kill my rally? Alright, that's fine. Get that thing off the battlefield. We would love to just draw a land naturally next turn to start getting these mages online. Perfect. Pathmaker, trigger. Or Heartfire Heroes. Ugh. Yeah, I actually think it's correct to double block this. It's effectively a 1-for-1. And that card is going to be a huge problem knowing they have another Heartfire Hero next turn. Oh, okay. The red-black with a bunch of Heartfire Heroes. I wonder how many ways they have to target. Pass. Oddly, I think I will grab another land here. I think it's okay to just cutthroat this turn. There is a chance of getting punished if they target the hero end of turn and then again on their turn. The blast won't be able to kill it anymore, but I don't think I'm that worried. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna assume they have scales. I'm just gonna not block and see how much damage we take. Yep, they did have exactly scales. Right, they're gonna gain 4. I'm gonna take 4. So I probably need to kill the hero now, but maybe we can look for another agate. This is gonna put me to 4, and the hero is gonna put me to 2. Great. Yeah, it's just unfortunate we were on the back foot since the start. Currently winnable, but it's going to be a big uphill battle, of course. Oh. All right. Well, that is a thing. Features, your opponent's control have base toughness 1, and it is a 6/5 flying trampler ward 1. So even the board doesn't do anything. Right. All right. I do not have a good way of killing a 6/5, do I? Yeah, our out to kill or dealing with the 6/5 is stealing it before they play it, or if I want to bring in the share pot, but all of those options are pretty bad. No, I think we just run it back. Hope that we can get a more aggressive draw. We'll be on the play this time. Because really, we were just playing from behind that whole time, right? So, good beats. Turn 2 creature into turn 3 warlock. That's what we want to see. Okay, I mean, it's a good enough hand to keep. We cannot have our Fireglass creature die, but like if they just have a saver. Ah! They have their heroes. This is not a good draw. Triple Agate Assault is actually not great. We want to have the pressure first and then draw the other stuff after the fact. Oh, are they gonna let me attack for free though? Oh my gosh. That was extremely generous of them. Well, I think I just gotta say I lose both those cards forever, because this is exactly the draw we wanted to have. And once we take that hunger, their hand is garbage. Good. Good, good, good. Hopefully we hit a land off the Fireglass now. Great. Don't care about this. Never blocking. So let's see. we're just going to ag it here, attack for 4, and then play Rallier, assuming that we're going to hit a land off the Mentor again. And then next turn now we can go Slinger into Squeak if we want to. That's not too problematic. If I go like this, they have to double block the Warlock with their 2 1 toughness creatures in order to trade with it. Nice. Still get a trigger of the Mentor. There's a lot of nice lands that we're losing. Okay. That was very good. That is exactly the kind of draw we were hoping for. Yeah. If they had killed my turn 2 Fireglass with a Saver or something, we would have been very screwed, but fortunately we drew well there. Alright, on to game 3. Near match of sorts. We know their deck can be faster because they have a couple of the heroes. Ah, man. Yeah. I'm going to keep this because on turn 3, our 1/4 is actually pretty nice and defensive. They did not have a 1-drop, which was great. We have a lot of 2-drops we can draw as well. Oof. Alright, well, that might do it for us. Kept a 4-land hand and drew runner land land. Oh, they have a Cruel Claw too? We're dead. 3/3 Menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile cards on the top of your library until you exile non-land. You may cast that card by discarding a card rather than paying its mana cost. We needed to have one of our agate assaults there. Holy smokes. That made no sense to pump that one, though. And they hit Hunger, so they can discard a card and Hunger my Harnesser. I mean, even if I draw a removal spell now, we're going to lose. Yeah, jeez. They have insane bombs. Wow, they have Hired Claw, Cruel Claw, the Maha thing that we saw. This is my fault. I needed to mulligan this hand. I knew better. We mulliganed the same type of hand in the previous game, and we got rewarded. I needed to mulligan a hand that was on the draw with nothing to do until turn 3. Because maybe if I had drawn a hand that could kill the Cruel Claw, we might have been able to pull it out, even though their Hired Claw and Brambleguard Captain would have still been hugely problematic. Can't beat anything anyways, so I've got to make a good block if we can get it. Do you have Scales? They have Saber. Yep, that'll do it. Their deck's incredible. A lot better than mine. But I think I needed a mulligan. Or not, I don't think. I know I needed a mulligan, and that was our out to victory. Sheesh. Bomb Central. Okay. Good stuff. Let's go to game 3 and our match 3 and hope we can pull off a 2-1 at least. Man, both decks we've played against so far are just kind of great. Great Otter deck, great red-black bombish deck. Oh, man, again, on the draw. This one has removal, though. So, I'm going to keep it. And if we draw a 2-drop, then great. Alright, playing that against the Froggies, it looks like. 3 for 3, very good. Just need to get the Warlock online here. Even if we don't get to look at their hand and take something. Need to save the Assault for like a Lily Splash Mentor or whatever. That doesn't matter. Let's go like this. Let's see if they double block. And what I'm actually going to do is wipe the board clean. I could keep my creature alive, but I think I like wiping there when we have 2 removal spells and a boar next turn. It's fine. Looks like they have a land in their hand that they're holding for discard purposes. That's a good target for a kill spell. Bounce a land? No. Alright, equip into a 6/6. And next turn I can level up the talent and I'll have a 6/6 double striking trampler, so they need interaction this turn, otherwise they're pretty screwed. Two lands, a Dowerport Mage, and a Duo. Okay. And they're off it. Good. Let's go. Yeah, again, we don't have much of a sideboard, so we just should submit it. Go to next game. I got a mulligan in that hand. Way too slow. Much, much better. Very nice. I think this hand loses the Rallier out of any of these. Because I want to make sure I have a third land with this hand, so let's keep the Bell. I mean, good beats if we draw a land, that's fine. I might still want to put a second black source on top, though. Especially when we have the Fireglass, I think that makes sense, because if we start connecting for damage, we want to have access to lands, right? To be able to cast spells, instead of needing to hit lands off the Mentor. I'm going to hold the Warlock here, instead of just making him discard a card. They can blow up my Bell if they want to. Feels like they probably need to make that, yeah, 2/3. That's a better play for sure. Actually, no, I guess they didn't see that many Agate Assaults from me, but maybe knowing I have Agate Assaults, maybe they could have made that Wolverine a 5 toughness. Not ideal, my friends. Yeah, we're pretty far behind this game. Okay, I mean, actually, that's pretty funny now. This is a scenario where having 2 stalkers and not dealing damage is better because these can hit lands if they are not triggered. Alright, well, they're living off the top, so are we, but that means it's more of a top deck battle because we can make double blocks. Okay, just one of the worst things we could see here. Pretty good top deck. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez Louise. I think I just take 10. Disgusting draw. Alright, well, in the battle of the top decks, I'm going to say they won that one. No, we were in completely reasonable shape. In fact, it was a stable board state if they don't rip the Lily Splash there. Alright. GG, go next. Oh no! One land and this would be so good. Alright, pray for me, friends. I mean, I have a 2-drop and a couple removal spells, but this is not a winning hand right now. Maybe a Thought Stalker off the top if they don't have a good blocker here. Or one of our Mentor. I'm just going to run out a 2-1 blocker. I like that play of theirs. Probably need to save Agate Assault for their 4 toughness creatures we saw earlier. It's good. If we can get it to trigger, that is. Find our coruscation otters. This is the bouncy bounce. Oh, and Hunter's Talent. And just like that, I think we've lost the game. Yeah. Well, I don't think our deck was bad, but man, we played against 2 very good decks. The insane red-black deck, and what appears to be a pretty good-looking frog deck. Okay. Well, if that was their best play last turn, I'm going to go for it. I can't beat anything anyways. If it's Polywallop, that's fine, at least. Sure. I mean, this game is unwinnable. They have that Fountain Port available. They can level up their talent to 3. I guess I should run out my land in case I draw a Dire Sight and then hit a land plus a 4-drop. So level up talent, attack for 4, draw a card. Okay, that's not a bad draw. 4 would have been probably the best. Oy. Draw an extra card. Ah. And that probably does her. Yeah, we can't beat anything anymore. Good beats. GG's. Brutal. Yeah. I don't think our deck was bad. In fact, I think our deck was pretty solid. It just didn't have the beginning boost that we needed since I waffled a bit in the beginning of the draft. But I think that's how we ended up with a good deck, right? I stayed open until basically, what, halfway through pack 2, found a good spot, and I thought drafted a pretty good deck. Now, there were some cards that I missed out on. I think we missed on another, what, Fireglass for sure, and probably a couple of other good things. But overall, I think this deck was solid. Sometimes you just play against better decks, though. Second deck was insane. Third deck was still just good, and our draw was not anything to write home about. So, GG's, good beats. Thanks for watching, friends. See you back next time. Bye-bye.